Hello everybody and welcome to Live with Gretchen Hidell. This is your astrology this week on the ending of March. Finally, we're here at the end of March 2021, March 29th, all the way until April 4th. Welcome everybody who is joining me live. Whether you're watching this live during the broadcast where you get to ask lots of questions, I broadcast every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, or if you're watching it pre-recorded, so on my Facebook astrology page, Astrology Updates by Gretchen Hidell, or live on my Instagram. Hi everybody that's joining on Insta, welcome. Or if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe because then you'll get notifications in case you forget to tune in. You know, you'll get notified when the post is ready to watch. So welcome everybody. If you're just joining, go ahead and post your astrological sign. I love hearing what sign everybody is and also where you're tuning in from. I can already see a bunch of people are logging on. Stacy, hey, Virgo on Instagram, welcome. We have a bunch. Corbin, hello. On Facebook, Colette, hello. Capricorn in Vermont. Yeah, Corbin, Scorpio. Lori, hey, Lori. Let's see, Corbin, Scorpio, Moon and Sagittarius, Libra rising. I love that, in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. H Creams, I'm not sure if I never know if I'm saying that right, on Instagram in Grand Isle, Vermont. Lindsay, hey, welcome. Aquarius from Vermont. Amir, Taurus, Vermont, welcome. We have a lot of people. El Torno, Taurus from Vermont. Welcome, everybody who's joining. Thank you. Everybody's wishing me happy birthday. That was last week, and yes, I had a great birthday. Monica, Leo, Virgo, Ascendant, and Moon. Lori, Cancer, Sun and Moon, Aquarius in Vermont. Welcome. So I'm going to get started. So this week, we have a lot of astrological energy. I feel like I say that very often. Nothing is ever a dull moment, right? So basically today, and I'll start with today, Monday, on the day of the broadcast on the 29th of March, Mercury formed a conjunction with Neptune, both of those in Pisces. So Mercury in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. And that's a lot of astrological energy in Pisces. Okay, so Mercury is how we, think and talk and communicate, and Neptune is how we dream and imagine and all that stuff. So if anybody was like a little spacey today, a little, let's say right-brained versus left-brained, a little bit more, less linear, less technical, less, sort of precise, and a little bit more drifty, dreamy, and imaginative, that was this energy today. Today is all about, just kind of dreaming the dream and thinking big and imagining big. Both Neptune and Jupiter were active today, which it makes everything big. Neptune and Jupiter are the two most expansive planets in our solar system. Both metaphorically and literally. Jupiter's, other than the sun, the biggest planet in our solar system. So if you think of expansion, right, that is Jupiter. And so Neptune is also expansion because it's like basically a frozen ball of ice. So, and that's expansive. If you ever put something in the freezer in a mason jar, right, and you have to leave room at the top because it expands when it freezes. Okay, so think of the two most expansive planets in the zodiac, and that is Jupiter and Neptune. So that was today. And so, here's the thing, and I was really reminded of this when I wrote, hi brother peace, brother light, he put peace. So it really reminds me today when I was writing my astro tidbit, because you guys know I try to post daily astrology write-ups for what the day is gonna be like. I was really like kind of like remembering that in this particular, and with many of these astrological, because as we go, the week gets a little, we got Saturn and Pluto coming to life here, okay? So that's a little heavier. As we go, it's one of those things that you have to have a good baseline energy going into these astrological things. That's what I was reminded of when I was writing my tidbit today, because I was writing, everything in astrology is paradoxical. It's good or it's bad, depending on the energy of the person. And when I do my write-up, it's like, this is if it's going to be good, this is how it's going to be good, and if it's bad, this is how it's going to be bad. So and people love to look at it in that lens of, is it good or is it bad, you know? And well, there's a lot of gray in between area. And so I was reminded that, you know, I was writing like, if you have an addiction, well, this is going to make it worse. But if you're living a little bit more of a cleaner lifestyle and you're a little bit more health conscious, well, this is going to be fine for you. You know, maybe you're going to do yoga or something. I don't know, bendy, stretchy, or maybe you'll take a nap. You know, that's what the energy today was about, and it's a Monday, so it's kind of hard to take a nap if you're in a normal work week, right? But that's basically what the deal is. So we got to remember, I remember even like when I'm talking to people is like, this is how it kind of goes. So we always want to make sure. Now, I always say, if you're limping your way into that and you're already depressed and you're already down on your luck and you're already feeling bad, then these energies sort of tip us, you know, that's when it kind of tips us. So we had a lot. There's a lot today. Now, the negative side of Neptune is lies, illusions, delusions, okay? And it can be drug use, alcohol use. There's a lot of, and I didn't even get to look at the news today. I haven't looked at my stuff. I was really, really super busy today. But I saw there was a lot of George Floyd stuff kind of going around, and I'm sure there was like lots of lies and delusions and illusions. I mean, like that's kind of what the nature of Neptune is right now. So hello everybody who's joining and liking and sharing and commenting and giving me hearts and waves. I love that. Andrea said, yes, I napped and it helped. Right, exactly. I love Naomi is tagging people. Let's see, we had a bunch. Katrina, who lives on the coast of Maine there, said the tides here today were exceptional. Yeah, that's what this stuff does, you know. When we think of gravitational pull, we're like 70-80% water, you know. We're pulled as well. So when we get these kind of super moons and all kinds of stuff. So this weekend also was a super moon, or was a big full moon. According to the man who founded the phrase in 1979, Noel, I think his name was, his definition of what a supermoon is, and he was an astrologer. I'm not sure if he's alive or dead. I'm saying almost like past tense. I'm not sure. But anyway, according to his definition, there's only going to be 2 supermoons in this year, and it's going to be April and May, full moon, supermoon. But if there was an astronomer that came out and said, according to his definition, there's 4 supermoons this year. So leave it to, science to want to come in against astrology, and astrology wanting to come in against astronomy. You know, these two always are fighting and bickering. But an astrologer was the first one to coin the phrase supermoon, and then astronomers tried to put some other sort of like spin on it. So it depends on who you're listening to. I personally would listen to the astrologer because that's the way I roll. So according to the astrologer, but if you looked at the moon this weekend, this big full moon in Libra, it was mighty big. You know, I don't know if you guys got to like see pictures of it, but it was huge, or if it was cloudy where you are. And so we're still coming off of that energy. It's like it was yesterday at around 3 p.m. on Sunday. But we're still within that, you know, little bubble there. But of course it's going to like sort of drift away. Yay, Cecilia said, I'm so excited I can comment. Yes, I did this because I think you were the one that sent me the message. Hey Savannah, thank you for the birthday wish. But yeah, people were messaging me when I was broadcasting on my personal page that said they couldn't comment, and that's just too much of a bummer because people want to comment and say hi. Richard Knoll is still alive. Yay, Corbin. You see, you're in the know. He's the dude that founded the 1979 phrase for supermoons. So that is the thing. I mean, I listen to I'm a little bit of a purist, I guess, in that aspect, but I listen to the professional. He was the one that that looked. Yeah, so Nora said she was told, I'm not sure by who, to look out for the supermoons this year. So the next supermoon, the official one, is going to be on April 26th, okay, and that's going to be a full moon supermoon. And then, of course, on May 26th is the full moon supermoon, and that's going to be an eclipse because we like to do it right, do it up. That's going to be a penumbral eclipse. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's basically like a little partial eclipse, lunar eclipse on May 26th. And that will be a supermoon. And here's the cool thing. A couple of eclipses, even though they're not total eclipses where you get the full dramatic, deal, are going to be visible from the United States this year. So we'll be able to see those eclipses, which will be fun. So that one in May is April 26th. Oh my goodness, Krista, April 26th is your daughter's birthday. Yeah, so it's not an eclipse on that day. But on May 26th, it's going to be an eclipse supermoon. So that's going to be like extra on steroids. But we had a big full moon this weekend. I don't know how did everybody do with the full moon. There was a lot of energy. I felt like a lot of energy. It was in Libra and the sun was in Aries. A lot of energy. Okay, so let's get into the rest of the week. So Tuesday and Wednesday, the sun and Venus are traveling like this. Okay, so they're like besties right now, and they're basically conjunct in the sky along with Chiron. We're going to put Chiron in the middle of there. Now Chiron is a planetoid. Okay, the wounded healer is the archetype of Chiron. Chiron, it shows us what needs to be healed, and so all three of those planets, Tuesday and Wednesday, are going to form a sextile with Saturn in Aquarius. Now, Saturn. Okay, so Sun and Venus are considered to be in the nice category, in the beneficial category, but Chiron and Saturn, not so much, okay? Because you think of Chiron, something needs to be healed, hashtag trigger alert, hashtag wounded thing, right? And then Saturn is our life lessons and obstacles, delays, and just different things like that. So when we couple the sun and Venus in with Saturn, we're going to learn some life lessons. Now, there's sextiles. Sextiles in astrology is positive. So it means there could be an opportunity here. Did I hear opportunity? Opportunity. Okay, sextiles are said in astrology to bring an opportunity that requires some effort on your part to bring it to fruition. Okay, meaning you're gonna have to work it, whatever opportunity is there. But if one of you lucky duckies, okay, gets to see the opportunity that comes into your life this week, snatch it up. Okay, so it's going to be between Aries and Aquarius. So Aries and Aquarius is going to be ground zero for all this sextile energy. But if you're a fellow fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or if you're a fellow air sign, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, you guys will really be feeling that even extra strong, and might even have a little bit more opportunity or blessing. And sometimes with Saturn, I'll just tell you this, Saturn's like, he's a little, I always say, Saturn's Big Daddy. We call him Big Daddy in astrology. He can be tricky because he often brings a delay or an obstacle that might seem like, ooh, really horrible at the time. And then all of a sudden, the delay or the obstacle that Saturn brings is the blessing in disguise, okay? So it's like, oh, you couldn't pick up that $20 that was in front of you because you were meant to pick up $1,000 later on, I mean, like, that's the way Saturn works, okay? And it doesn't have to be money necessarily. So that's basically what the deal is. Lindsay said, does opportunity have to happen this week or could it be next month or so? Of course, Lindsay, what usually happens, so I'm talking specifically about this week, tomorrow, Tuesday on the 30th, March 30th, 2021, Venus is going to form a sextile with Saturn at 11:47 a.m. Eastern time. So what is that? 8:47 a.m. if you're on the West Coast. And then on the 31st, March 31st, Wednesday, the sun will form a sextile with Saturn at 5:04 p.m. Eastern time, again earlier than that on the West Coast, 3 hours earlier, and so that's today and tomorrow. Now, when the opportunity comes, it requires some work on our end, okay, to bring it to fruition. So let's say the opportunity came now, but you had to work at it, and then you harvested the benefit next week. Well, hello, that's fine too. I mean, But that's what's basically going on. So I hope that answers the question, Lindsay. And I do think opportunities and blessings can come at any time, but for sure when we get sextiles with Saturn, Saturn's always going to be something we have to work at. Saturn is in our chart, okay, is our literal work and it's our spiritual work, okay? So it's literally like roll up the sleeves and get this job done, you know? That's Saturn. Saturn's always about hard work. So this thing might even be disguised as a obstacle or delay or a blockage. Okay, whatever this thing is, okay, in your own life. So I'm just doing like a general consensus here, and especially if you're a fire sign or an air sign, you will feel this even more. And so, yeah, and there's another sextile coming this week on Friday. Mercury, which is now, which is in Pisces, but it's about, on Saturday, it's about to switch into Aries. But on Friday, Mercury will still be in Pisces, will form a sextile with Pluto. Pluto. So you can hear me saying Saturn and Pluto are being aspected here. Again, Saturn is a little bit of a nicer planet than Pluto, but they're both pretty rough planets, okay? So Saturn could cause a little obstacle or problem that is disguised, but remember, it could actually end up working for your benefit. So sometimes we cry and cry and cry when those little obstacles or things interrupt us and we're like, oh, but I wanted to do this and this and this. It's okay. Take a breath, because later on, it might be that was fortuitous, that works out to your benefit that you were delayed. So just hang in there. I would just say that. So just, don't go crazy at the delay. And then Mercury forms a sextile with Pluto. Now, that is power in communicating. All right, so we want to make sure, first of all, it's a sextile again, which is playing nice with the hornet's nest, but we're still playing with the hornet's nest because it's Pluto. Pluto's the planet of extremes. Pluto is death and rebirth and transformation and Phoenix rising and all that wonderful fun stuff. Mercury, though, is about finding our voice, okay, expressing ourselves, and being and having power in expression. So if you're a singer, if you're a writer, if you are need to get your voice out, need to have your voice heard. Now, when I think of this, I think definitely of maybe protests or some kind of thing. We're gonna be seeing a lot more of that. I predicted that was going to be happening this year, even more than last year. We had obviously the George Floyd incident and plus many others, but we're going to be seeing more of that, and that's going to be part of the change and social reform that we are in time frame wise in 2021. We're seeing a lot of Asian hate crime against Asian populations and just different things, and a lot of that is meant to be broken down, but that part is going to be bumpy. So when we get Saturn and we get Pluto in there, that could be some fighting energy. So it is what it is. But I would say look at it as in your own life. Like, let's say you're a teacher. Let's say you're a writer. Let's say you're a salesperson. Let's say you have to speak or orate or give a presentation, on Thursday or Friday, something like that. That's going to be really good for you and beneficial for you. It'll be powerful. The key is again, remember, what's our energy like going into these astrological things? That's why I'm always talking about what's your baseline energy. So if you are a person that's shy, wow, this is really going to help you to come out and you're just going to say that maybe one or two key phrases and people are going to go, whoa, who is that person in the room? Okay, and that's going to be really good for you. But let's say you're a person that really likes to kill ants with sledgehammers, okay, and is like really powerful personality anyway, powerful communicator anyway. This could be too much, okay, for you. So you want to make sure that you kind of be a little more reserved or a little bit dialed back, okay? Whenever Mercury comes into alignment with Pluto, we could also want to talk about deep, dark subjects, like psychology and tarot decks and astrology and, our childhood and deep psychological processes. Because remember, Chiron's active this week too. Chiron's the wounded healer. and boy, oh boy, that can activate some wounded stuff. Okay, some trigger alerts. But we're gonna hash it out, and we're gonna be able to talk. So if you want to find a therapist or a counselor or a tarot card reader or an astrologer, or somebody that can help you through those psychological processes, a trusted friend, that's going to be really good. And that's coming to a peak or a height overnight on Thursday night into Friday. So technically it's at 2:04 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, but then also will be activated on Wednesday or Thursday night if you live on the West Coast. So as we approach Friday, in other words, it's going to be hefty a little bit. But again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. We like to look at these things as black or white, and boy, that's not how life rolls. It's definitely the gray area. So you can use this powerful information for your benefit. So let's say you're going to be, needing to give a speech or needing to talk to the boss or or maybe you need a little extra bravery because you're scared of talking to somebody. That'll help you. That type of thing can help you. It's just going overboard that you have to watch if you're already that type of person that has no problem saying what they feel and think and whatever. And that's going to really affect Pisces and Capricorns. Okay, that'll be ground zero for you guys. It'll be all up in your Pisces and your Capricorn, especially if you were born at the end of the signs versus the beginning. That'll be real up in your stuff. But also if you are a water sign or an earth sign, okay, so that'll affect this sextile between Mercury and Pluto will activate your water and your earth if you have a lot of that. Somebody said something about a rising sign, or does it count if it's a rising, or does it count? Of course it does. These are all layers of ourselves, and we're complicated. I always say look at it as like a layer. Just as my cards as an example, if you look at all of these as a layer, we're complicated, right? We're complicated when it all adds up. It's complicated. I always say astrology charts to me look like snowflakes. Even twins. I've done charts for identical twins, and they're different. They're very, very different sometimes. And then sometimes they're the same. They're literally, and usually those people are like that. They're the identical twin that talks the same and dresses the same and walks the same. They're those people. And their charts are the same, but then sometimes I get identical twins. I had reading with identical twins. They were 20 minutes apart. That was it. And it changed a lot of their charts quite significantly. So I think that's a reminder here to be mindful of one's energy going into these planetary things. As you notice, there's a lot of like shootings going on right now. Now, usually around Pluto transits, Mars transits, and sometimes even Saturn transits, you will see a lot of shootings. Usually, and I hate to say this, but usually it's school shootings. Now we don't have school, or we have more lockdown situations, so now these shootings are coming out in different other areas. It's quite terrible, but that's basically what the deal is when it comes to astrology. When you get Pluto activated, which is really extreme, you're going to get the extremists, the sort of, I hate to say, the crazies come out. That's kind of part of the thing with Pluto. It's stressful, where if people like you and me, because we're all normal, right, supposedly, if you're just like a regular person, you're not struggling, okay, and you're doing okay, you'll be fine. You might have an intense conversation and that's it. But if you already have what's your baseline energy, if you struggle hardcore with mental illness, if you struggle hardcore with addiction, if you struggle hardcore with racism, that extreme energy, then that's when this stuff can push a person over the edge. And it takes one person to create all that chaos, just like you can take one person to create bliss. Okay. It takes one person to be a positive influence, and it takes one person to be, let's say, healthy. Good health is contagious. Dr. Christiane Northrup says that. I haven't been following her as much lately, but she definitely says that, good health is contagious, or has 4 degrees separation. If you see somebody, let's say, I don't know, losing weight, taking their vitamins, going on walks every day. That might motivate you, and then that might motivate a friend of yours that motivates another friend of theirs. That's, you know, so we can have these ripples be positive. It's just devastating when the ripples are these negative, like shootings and hate crimes and different things. And that's where it's really, those lessons are painful. I wish us humans would evolve past that stuff. I really do. I wish us humans would evolve past the pain. Why does pain have to be the teacher? I mean, I wish it didn't have to be that way. So anyway, so getting into the next day on Saturday, April 3rd. Okay, so that was Friday, April 2nd. Now we're getting into Saturday, April 3rd. Well, on that night, okay, Mercury, which is going, it was in Pisces, now it's going to be going into Aries, okay, on Saturday night at 11:41 p.m. Eastern time. Mercury will switch from Pisces to Aries, okay? So Mercury in Pisces was thinking, talking, communicating like a Pisces. Now we're going to be getting into Aries time. Now, we already have a bunch of planets in Aries, okay? We have the Sun in Aries, we have Venus in Aries, we have Chiron in Aries. I believe we have one other one in Aries, but we have a bunch of planets in Aries. Well, now we're going to throw Mercury to the mix. Now we got to really watch what we're saying here, because remember, Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the god of war. So I want to do like a little mini lesson here, okay? Each of your sign, okay, whatever sign it is that you were born under, whatever moon sign you have, whatever Venus sign you have, whatever the signs are, each sign is powered by a planet, okay? And that's when I say you have a ruling planet, each sign is powered by a planet, okay? So the planet that powers Aries is Mars, the god of war. So if you think of maybe the sign as a car, the engine, okay, is the planet, and whatever kind of engine you put in the car is going to flavor the vehicle, okay? So how it moves, how it operates, how it functions. So you can think of that. So so each sign has a ruling planet. If anybody wants to know what their ruling planet is, you can go ahead and post in comments, and I can shout out, okay, what your ruling planet is. So when you look in the chart, so let's say you are a Gemini, you are ruled by Mercury. We're talking about Mercury right now, so I'll use that as an example. You would want to find in your chart, where is Mercury in your chart, because that's going to be really, really powerful for you, because it's another additional lens, okay, to you. And to your personality, and where is Mercury in the chart, because that'll mean that that's a very important place, okay, in your astrological chart. So my mom already knows her. She said Mercury. So Virgo and Gemini both share Mercury, okay? Mercury powers both of those signs up, okay? So Emily asked about Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, the planet that powers you up is Jupiter, the god of good luck and good fortune, okay? He was Zeus in mythology, Greek mythology, okay? So Cecilia said Virgo. Yeah, so Virgo's Mercury. So if anybody else wants to know, Fifi Girl Wonder on Instagram said she always wondered about twin astrology. Yeah, twin astrology is really fascinating. I've had a lot of twins that I've done sessions for, and it's pretty cool how either the same or different they are. And it's always been pretty accurate. So yeah, so if you want to know what your ruling planet is, you can go ahead and shout it out. Kate put Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, the ruler of Pisces is Neptune. So wherever Neptune is in your chart is really powerful. It's a important planetary position, because that's like your source energy. Okay, that's like ground zero, the source energy of your Pisces, okay, being. Jocelyn said Libra. Yes, it's Venus. She put question mark Venus. Yes, Jocelyn, yours is Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, okay? And in Aphrodite, Venus was I'm sorry, in Greek mythology, Venus was Aphrodite. Kate, in Greek mythology, Neptune was Poseidon, okay? Oh, Phil, Leo. So Leo is easy. Leo is the sun. So that's kind of a fun one. Leo is one of the fun ones, because the sun is Leo. So if your sun sign is Leo, that's Leo. Okay, so you don't have to really, you just want to know where your sun is in your chart, but it's kind of one and the same with Leo. That's one of the fun ones. um Corbin, you're so funny. Scorpio is obviously ruled by light and air, right? Corbin has a great sense of humor. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Hades, which is in Greek mythology, is Hades, the lord of the underworld, the dark. Okay, winter is coming. Okay, Corbin. So you want to find out, and like I said, Friday, your ruling planet Pluto is going to be activated, Corbin. So whenever I talk about these planets, the Sun and Mercury and Venus and Mars, oh my, okay, you want to listen and go, oh, I'm a Pisces and she just said Neptune was active. I'm going to feel that a little bit more. See what I'm saying? So that's a fun little lesson. And it's pretty cool when you look in your chart and you'll see your ruling planet. Like, I'm in Aries. I'm ruled by Mars. My Mars is in my 6th house, which is the house of health, in Capricorn. Well, I worked for 14 years in veterinary medicine. Okay, so medicine, health, okay, and it's in Capricorn, which is a more business sign. Well, I was in the last 6 or 7 years of my career in veterinary medicine, I was the animal hospital's manager. I was the chief, like, administrative role. Capricorn, right? So I worked in medical administration. I also did medical billing in physical therapy and occupational therapy, and I was a medical in a physical therapy office as a manager of the office. So there you go, medical manager, Capricorn, had a baby. That was me. So that's basically what the deal is. So you want to find out that your Mars sign is really, really important to you. So you want to look at your chart and kind of, I keep picking on Mr. Joe Biden. I got to get a different chart here. Mr. Joe Biden. But he has, actually, I surprised myself. I have Kamala Harris's chart here. Okay, so Kamala is I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, and I apologize if I am mispronouncing it. But she's a Libra, so she's ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. Okay, but where her Venus is, okay, is in Virgo, and this is Kamala Harris's chart. And her Venus is tied up. She's got quite a powerful Venus, Uranus, and Pluto conjunction here in Virgo. Okay, so even though she's a Libra, her Venus is very, very, how do I say, organized and very powerful. Like, as far as she knows what she wants and she gets it. So she's actually quite organized. I didn't realize, I don't think I've ever really fully looked at her chart, even though it's sitting here next to me all this time. I haven't really fully analyzed her chart, but yeah, she's quite organized, and she can be quite powerful. Especially with the Pluto and the Uranus conjunction there. She can really kind of make stuff happen. And she's quite orderly at home. I will just say that. That's all in her 4th house of home and family. And she is a stepmom. She's the United States first stepmom, to be here, and not only vice president and all the other things that she is. That's quite unusual. You get Uranus in there. That's quite unusual. See. So see, her ruling planet's quite powerful there and tells a story. So you want to find out where your ruling planet is in your chart. And again, if any of you want to know what your ruling planet is, you can go ahead and Fifi Wonder Girl asked what her ruling planet is. She's a Cancer on Instagram, and your ruling planet is the moon. So where Leo is the sun, okay, Cancer is the moon. And so you want to find out where your moon sign is, because the moon sign is huge and powerful in a chart, and that will be extra for you because you are lunar powered instead of solar powered. Okay, like our other friend here that's a Leo. So that's a little lesson there in what powers you, because those planets have a lot Oh my gosh. So Phoebe Wonder Girl said she's also a Cancer moon. So you are double. You are double. And that also means if your sun sign and moon sign are the same, that means you were born during a new moon. Okay, so you're a new moon baby, just to let you know. Now, if your sun sign and moon sign are opposite in your chart, that means you were born during the full moon. So just to let you know, that is, I'll look at a chart and go, oh, new moon baby. So you have that pure inside, outside, upside down. You are Cancerian through and through. So water sign. So you're a moon. You are definitely a moon baby. So I hope that helps. So anyway, getting back to Mercury moving into Aries. Aries is powered by Mars. So this is going to be an aggressive Mercury, okay? Mercury is going to be talking a little more aggressively, okay? When we have the planets in that are going into Aries, ruled by Mars, the god of war, this can be, okay, I'll call you out, and I'll call you out, and I'll call you out. Aries is known for being, we're just going to say, a little brash. A little direct. I have my Mercury in Aries. I'm a sun in Aries. I have Mercury in Aries. Okay. We can be a little direct and a little straight. One time, one of my friends who actually I thought this was the biggest compliment. I really did. Said to me, no matter what, Gretchen, people always know where they stand with you. You don't beat around the bush. And I don't. I'm a straight shooter. I'm one of those people that's just like, this is how it is. But you don't have to guess. And that's what Mercury is going to be moving into that sign on Saturday. Mercury's going to hang out in that sign, let's see, for about 2.5 weeks. On Monday, the 19th of April, Mercury will move into Taurus, okay? But actually on that day, on the 19th, the sun's going to move into Taurus, and then Mercury's going to move into Taurus at the same day. So it's going to be conjunct on that day, which is going to be quite interesting. But anyway, so we have to kind of watch ourselves, okay? I found an interesting tidbit that was on, I think it was POTUS.com or myPOTUS.com, something like that. In the history of the United States presidencies, there's only been 2 Aries presidents. And I was thinking about that because I was like, Thomas Jefferson, and I can't remember the other fellow that was in the 1800s, but that was basically only 2 presidents were Aries sun signs, and also only 2 presidents were Virgo sun signs too. I don't know off the top of my head who was the Virgo president of the United States, but I think it's because Aries tells it like it is, and a lot that's not very political, being politically sometimes correct or whatever. It's just like, I'm sure Aries people probably piss people off. so probably didn't make for good politics, because sometimes Aries can be a little brash, okay, and a little offensive. So we want to just make sure that we have that. And Virgo, Bernie Sanders is a Virgo, and he didn't become president, and I looked at that, and I was like, maybe Bernie Sanders didn't have a shot at being president because he's a Virgo, and only 2 presidents in the history of the United States were Virgos also. So there you have it. So Virgos sometimes can be overly critical, and that doesn't always make for good politics either, because it could be focusing too much on what's wrong, fix it, what's wrong, fix it, what's wrong, fix it. So there's that. Anyway, so we want to be careful of our expression, okay, when Mercury is in Aries. Now, last but not least, on Sunday, on April 4th, 4/4, okay, 2021, is going to be the 4th quarter, or the last quarter lunar cycle. This is what I call the second chance sort of full moon, if you will. Now, it's also going to be Easter, and I think it's really interesting. There's a little formula, okay, that kind of determines when Easter happens, okay? And I always talk about this, but I like saying it because people always say to me, I should say occasionally they say to me, Gretchen, I don't believe in astrology. I don't use that astrology stuff. And I'm like, really? Well, you use a calendar, don't you? Because astrology runs off of astronomy, and that's what we all use. So anyway, this is how Easter is determined every year. I know it seems so random, and it's just like you just try to look at the calendar and go, when is Easter? Okay, if you celebrate Easter. Easter always takes place on the, all right, so find on the calendar where the spring equinox is, okay? Then find the full moon that occurs after the spring equinox, and then go to the next Sunday after the full moon, and that is Easter Sunday. Just to let you know. So even if I look on my calendar here, okay, you can see I'm a working astrologer, so I got everything highlighted and stuff. Here's the spring equinox on the 20th. Okay, so when's the full moon? Okay, full moon was last weekend. Okay, and then you go to the next Sunday. Ding, ding, ding. It's Easter. And that's how it's done. So, you know, even the determination of when Easter is kind of based on those pagan Christians. Yeah. Oh, Almira, you just said pagan. That's so funny. You just said pagan Christian. Exactly. You know, so that's the thing. That's how we determine it. So when people say to me, I don't use that astrology stuff, I'm like, well, you do. Okay. If you celebrate, you know, all the different holidays stuff, because it's a solar calendar. That's when we're looking at all that stuff. Okay. So anyways, that's Easter Sunday. So that's the second chance full moon. Why do I call it the second chance full moon? Because we are continuing to release what no longer works for us. Remember, full moon is about releasing what no longer works. Releasing. Sometimes it's a breakup. Sometimes it's a, you know, a peak of a cycle, an ending of a cycle. Okay, it's like when we come down. So this is another chance. This is like a pivotal moment, okay, in the releasing process to go, wait a minute. Am I throwing away something that I might need? Or did I not throw enough away? Maybe I need to just, I don't know, why am I saving any of this stuff? Maybe it all needs to go. And so it's a chance to, in other words, reevaluate. That's why I always say, make sure you look at your calendar. Fourth quarter lunar cycle is going to be in Capricorn, 14 degrees Capricorn, and that's going to be at 6:02 a.m. So really overnight, Saturday to Sunday. Okay, if you're in the West Coast especially, you're going to be at 3:02 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So basically, that's one of those things that we're gonna be releasing something else. So in other words, it's a little bit of a crisis point where we're looking and reevaluating things. Okay, so I hope that helps. My goodness, it seemed like there was something going on almost every single day this week, and I tried to mix in a little lesson in there. So I hope that helps. And I know people are getting like, they're asking some questions. So I have some cards here. Corbin asked how many Scorpios were present. I'm not sure. I just know the two least signs elected are Aries and Virgos. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. I'll have to look it up and see if there was any other, like who the most elected sun sign. That would be kind of interesting too. Edith said, I am a Gemini. So Gemini is powered by Mercury. I'm not sure if you were asking that question. And Edith said, oh, okay. Okay. All right. So she asked the question, can you draw a card for you, wondering what path to follow in your career, either stay or something better in store for you, Edith? Okay. Jocelyn said, thank you for all of that. Emily said, wow, you go. Phil said, wow. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions, please feel free. Jane Moonwolf said Virgos might be too humble. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that actually to be said. I mean, I feel like Bernie Sanders is a bit curmudgeon-y for sure. But he's just kind of like, no, he doesn't want to play the political like stuff. He just really wants to get like his thing done. He doesn't do the politician like super schmoozy stuff. He's just like, let's do reform, you know, and he's kind of grumpy. Woo, got some cards falling out, Edith. I was going to pull a card for Edith. All right, so Edith wants to know about what's in store for her. Edith, if you're still on, can you comment? Okay, so what is in store for Edith and her her work and her career, what's going on. Oh, wow. There's a lot of words around you, Edith. Like, I don't know if and this might not be your career or what you do right now, but there's tons of words around you and printing. So I don't know if you're a writer, if you do any kind of thing with paper or like some kind of a thing with printing, publishing, any kind of thing like that. But I would say, Edith, like you got a lot of words around you. So I hope, I don't know if you actually are a writer or not, or an editor or something, but I hope you are able to do something like that in your career. I hope you're able to do some kind of thing. It might not even be like what you're doing now, just letting you know, but it's something that's in your, like, in you. You need to be writing, okay? Yeah, I mean, this job right now, I think kind of is really hard for you. You're getting a lot of cards about nurturing yourself, about vulnerability. Like, there's a lot of different cards that are coming out. Your seafood manager, no, girl, this is not your... Nurture, vulnerability. Like, I literally feel like you are, you're like a, I don't know how to say it, like a flower dying on the vine. I mean, I feel like this is not your, it might be how you pay the bill, okay, how you pay your bills and keep your electricity on, but that's not your calling. Your calling is something way, way, way different. So I would say stick with it for now. I also get this, I don't know, just so you guys know, I can't see your pictures or anything on there, but you feel younger to me. You feel like younger than me, okay? Which I guess a lot of people are younger than me now. But I feel like as if there's a big change that's going to be coming that's going to set you into a whole new, okay, career. But I feel that see, now I'm seeing pens. Like, I feel like you're a writer. I feel like there's something that you left, that you haven't done it maybe in a while or something, but I really feel like there is this gift that you have. And it is saying, so you got nurture yourself and be vulnerable, but you also got have confidence in your creations, Edith. Okay, so I'm feeling like you have this whole other trajectory that you could do. Are you supposed to be continuing to be a manager in the seafood department? I mean, yeah, well, you need to pay your bills, but I want you to like bloom and blossom something else, okay? Your Scentsy business? No, Edith. Nope. I want you to like really think about, I keep seeing words all around you. So this is something to do, I think, with writing, talking, orating, speaking, something with, it's almost like a mercurial thing. So yeah, so, but I feel like you have that on the side. I feel like you're gonna be able to do that on the side. So I hope that helps. I do see you staying there for a while, but there feels like there's some kind of a drama kind of thing going on behind the scenes, okay? And it's stressful. It feels like unnecessarily stressful to me. So I feel like you do that, but you need to grow the Scentsy business. I'm not getting that that's like your key out to that. I can do a card on the Scentsy business to see if that's like is this the pathway out of that other business? No, it's writing, girl. Look at the card. Writing, this person's painting, studying, going back to school, some kind of a thing, okay? This person might be studying. Andrea knows what this card looks like, right, Andrea? Okay. But there's some other thing that you're going to be doing. Maybe going back to school might be it. Because it's words, it's paper, it's pens, it's like, it feels like it's something else. So I feel like you're going to be going in that direction. Yeah. Hope that helps. Okay. Let's see. These come through so quickly. Hey, Kristen, stylist, hopping on late on Instagram. No worries. Better late than never. Corbin, oh my goodness, you looked it up. 6 presidents of the United States were Scorpio. Oh, how could I forget Joe Biden is a Scorpio? That's right. Awesome. So Corbin's doing some serious research for us. This is awesome. Hi, Eileen, Taurus. Welcome. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. Okay. Oh, something about Heather. Let me look back. I think I'm missing. Oh, no. Oh, Heather, I'm so sorry. Medical test results. Okay. All right. Yeah, Edith said more than you know, the drama is bad. Okay, you might be going back to school, writing, talking, orating. Okay. Heather, I'm so sorry. All right. What does Heather need to know? Well, first of all, Heather, I don't want to talk totally about this in a public forum, okay? So just letting you know. But I am, let me look. I can't show this card on TV because it's a picture of a naked lady with her boobies hanging out. Okay, so I'm feeling like there might be some test results that are showing some cells, but it is saying have faith. This thing is really like scaring you, girl. Like you got a lot of scared cards. Okay. I'm getting have faith. I feel there's a lot of reverence to this question. Just letting everybody know, I'm feeling like there's a lot of reverence to this question. That's why I'm taking a little bit double checking and triple checking on it. Okay, so you got some cells that are going wonky, but I do feel that whatever it is, I'm feeling like you're catching it like more in time. There's something going on with the cells. Yeah, you're freaking out. You got two cards, like Tower card and Uranus, which is like something's like shaking, shocking, like shaking you to the core. Basically, Tower card is shaking you to the core. I'm going to show this with the blockage of the lady's boobies. Okay, it does like a female medical sort of issue. But it is saying have faith. Okay, so whatever this is something that is like either not really a problem, or it's like barely a problem, or like they caught it in time before it becomes a problem, like a pre-situation. So yeah, so I can always message you privately just to let you know, but I hope that answers your question. I am getting have faith, okay? That this feels like, there's like, they might want to test and retest. Like, I almost feel like there's like maybe like multiple layers to this, but I do feel that, okay, that you'll be okay. All right. So does that help? Yeah, everybody's saying, sending a prayer to Heather. I can always talk to you later about it, Heather. But more tests are coming. They're going to be checking and rechecking and checking and rechecking. But I do feel that, like, whatever the situation is, it does feel, I'm looking at some cells. I feel like we're looking, for stuff. Okay. All right. So you got to make sure you ask for what you want. All right, Heather, ask for what you want, because, I feel like you just get swept up on this trajectory of going like, wow, and you have to say yes or no. Okay. Cause the doctors, might want to do this or this, and you want to like make sure you're being heard in the process. Okay. Hey Andrea, what angel cards I'm using? Most of the angel cards I use are Doreen Virtue cards. This is the Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue. These are out of print, and you can't get them anymore, but they are beautiful. I agree. So thank you for asking. Okay, so Heather, I'm saying a prayer. Let's everybody say a prayer for Heather. Melinda said, is Capricorn ruled by Saturn? Yes, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so you are right. Somebody asked I'm trying to go back through because the questions sometimes go through fast. But please, everybody, let's send prayers to Heather, okay? Somebody said something about a question from Jill, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay. Hold on. I am seeing it. Your friend's fiance is back in rehab and wedding is in 4 weeks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's awful. What's the question though? Is it like, is the question that you want to know if the friend's actually going to get married to this person? Let's see. Not now. Not now. Not now. I'm getting a lot more warmer months, okay, just to let you know, Jill. So I am feeling like this person is going to get married to them. I don't know. There's going to have to, God, it's very rocky. It's a very, there's a love card again. Okay, I'm going to cover her. There's a love card, but man, just because there's love doesn't mean, and you know what, Jill? And I can't, because it's not for you, but I would just say this, because there's a lot of addiction problems. This is the moon oftentimes is addiction, okay? This could be alcohol, drugs, opiates, whatever, but this is like hardcore. But there's also mental, I hope this person's going to a co-diagnosis or co-rehabilitation center where it's like there's a mental component to this person has issues, okay? A lot of stress, a lot of pressure. Grace under pressure is this card. Grace under pressure is the card. This is like heavy stuff. Like almost like if we're not in rehab, this person's life could be in jeopardy. Like this is really heavy stuff. So I actually feel like she might still go with it, but personally, I can't tell somebody what to do, but personally, I feel like she shouldn't. I feel like she should wait. Because this is something that's going to like bring her down, you know? I mean, especially if the person is so fresh and so new in rehab, because like I was getting a big hit in the summer, like July or August, maybe the wedding is then, but I would say, can't she just wait, you know, just wait, or maybe not, you know? And I get loving somebody with addiction because I've been there. I've definitely been there. Myself, but I feel like you're gonna be tying yourself to someone who's very fresh out of rehab. I would wait. And sometimes too, I'm just gonna say this, I have predicted where I was like, something will happen on, you know, in June, and it's like not June of that year, but it is June of like 2 years from now. I've had that happen where I'll predict the month, but the wrong year, like the year will be different. So it's hard to feel time, okay? Because past, present, future is a little tricky to sort of go into. But a lot of people are sending prayers to Heather. All right, somebody asked here, Fifi Wonder Girl, you're a DJ out of New York City. Oh, cool. Wondering if you'll be able to recover and continue successfully coming out of lockdown. Lockdown. She said lockdown. I thought that was kind of funny. Okay. I see you totally doing something related but different. Okay, Fifi Wonder Girl, I see you completely, very clearly. Okay, just to let you know very clearly that you're going to be doing some kind of an online streaming service. So and not buying one, okay? Not like I already subscribed to Pandora or whatever. It's not that. Okay, Fifi, but I feel like you are going to be able to get onto some kind of online streaming where you can stream your mixes and stream your music or something. There's some kind of like, I'm almost like seeing like Sirius Radio or some kind of a thing where you're going to be able to do DJing, okay, in that way. It feels completely digital. Whatever this thing is, it feels very digital. So I would play with mixes and I would like maybe upload to YouTube or some kind of a thing. Like I want you to go and think digital. Yes, we are going to come out of lockdown, but man, it's baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. And I think you're good enough. Actually, I think you're good enough. Like, I think you should really believe in you're just getting like law of attraction. Just put it out there to the universe, law of attraction, and have gratitude because you have blessings. Like, you know, I feel like you need to just do this. Like, this feels very like clear that you need to have an online digital platform. And it does feel to me like you're going to be successful at it. Like money, like significant money that you could live on. You do need some kind of an agent or manager. Okay, literally, that's the card, agent or manager. I'm showing people on Instagram because Fifi Wonder Girl is on Instagram. But okay, so just to let you know, you need agent or manager. Your work expands its reach as you partner with a professional who can help you. So I would put the feelers out, okay, and go, hey, how can I do this or this or this? How can I do my mixes or whatever? Okay, hope that helps. That was a good one. Okay, so I want you to go with that because that feels really has good energy with it. Your spirit guides feel very powerful about that one. Yeah, Edith said I've been there too when we were talking about addiction, and it does bring a person down. Yeah, way down. It can bring you way down. Corbin, man, you're in your scorpionic research mode. He said these cards are available on eBay. Okay, I don't sell them on eBay, but somebody's on eBay selling them, I'm sure. I've seen Doreen Virtue's cards for sale. They're out of print, but I have seen them for sale for like $200 a piece. It's like crazy. But this is the Archangel Gabriel deck. So this one's not as well known. So you might be able to find this one a little cheaper. Okay, a lot of people are sending Heather prayers. Keep going. Keep sending Heather prayers. She needs some Reiki. Okay. All right. Oh, nobody else is... Yes, you're welcome, Fifi Wonder Girl. Well, I'm going to pull a card, okay, because I think we got late enough here. I'm going to pull a card. What do we need to know for the week? And if you guys want a personalized astrological session, please text me. Send me a text message. Kate, how are you feeling? Kate was having COVID. I feel like you had COVID. Sorry. I know she had a negative test. I don't care about that. I feel like you had COVID. I'm just saying. How you feeling, girl? Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for the week, but if you guys want a personalized astrological session, please send me a text message if you'd like to schedule one. I don't have an online scheduler yet. I'm not very, I'm kind of techie, but I'm not techie when it comes to, new stuff. I'm going to have to, it's a whole learning curve I'm going to figure out. So I'm still doing it old school text messages, but I promise you I am wanting to work on that. Okay. I love you all. All right, so let's see. $12.19. What's that, Corbin? Is that $1,219 or $12? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a card for the week. Okay, what does everybody need to know? In order to go forward this week, what do we need to know? There's a lot of astrological energy with Saturn, with Pluto, with the fourth quarter lunar cycle. We have Mercury moving into Aries. So what do we need to know about that? There's a lot of communication and stuff. Ooh, okay, birth. This makes sense though. If you guys can see, okay, I'm holding it up here. Birth. Okay, this card is new life. All right, such as a baby, an idea, happy news, or an exciting project blossoms within and around you. Okay, so I've said this to you guys before on this broadcast, but between now and the end of April, the last week of April does not look pretty. I'm just telling people this, so you can give you a heads up if you're planning something. The last week of April looks a little wah-wah. But between now and then, we have a whole month. There's no retrograde planets. You know what happens when the planets are retrograde? It means that stuff goes awry, okay? So there's no retrograde planets. There's nothing to stop the energy. The energy's flowing and moving. Birth is Aries. Aries is try something new. Aries season is all about bringing new life, okay? Think about all the little birds having babies and the little bunnies are having babies and all the new little, flowers are coming up. That's Aries season. That's about giving birth, okay, to something that's exciting in your life, whether it be a literal baby or a project or a new puppy or kitten or something that's exciting, a new business prospect, okay, Fifi Wonder Dog or Wonder Girl, doing her online streaming, okay, Edith maybe going to school or doing something, fun. You've been wanting a granddaughter. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, your energy is young, Edith. I'll just tell you that. Your energy is young. Good on you. Good on you. Eileen. Oh, wow. My friend has an appointment about health issues at the end of April. Oh, okay. Yeah. End of April's a little bumpy. I'm just going to say that. We got the super moon, full moon. We got Pluto going retrograde. Okay, there's some Saturn stuff going on. The sun is going to form a conjunction with Uranus. That's the last week of April. That's going to be topsy-turvy week. I'm just saying. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And if you like and share, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the little bell notification, it'll tell you when a new video is posted. So that's exciting. So I hope everybody is doing well. Okay, I'm sending lots of love, lots of light to you all. Okay, and I hope everybody has a great week. Good night, everybody.